Hello, BookTube. I've got a little bit more mail for you today on what has turned out to be a genuinely chilly day. It is a chilly Tuesday, and apparently it's going to be even chillier tomorrow. Tomorrow isn't even going to get out of the 40s Fahrenheit at the end of May in Boston. Again, I would be whining a lot more if I didn't know the hellfire that was coming. I'm going to be looking back on days like this and wanting them. But I got more mail. I figured we might as well open it. It's a great big box. That's always a lot of fun. I have no idea what could be in here. It's a great big box, but it's not very heavy. So it could just be that that the box was the nearest thing that the publicist had to hand to send a book that could easily have gone in a manila envelope. Let's take a look and see. See, it's mostly packing material. What have we got here? Oh, very nice. All right, well, I'm certainly not going to object to the packaging. All right, this this is a greedy little arrangement I made with a publicist, and he was very nice about it, and I think I may be in a bit of a groove, a reading groove. The New York Review of Books Classics is a reprint line. They do a lot of interesting stuff. The Dude Bros only care that they reprinted Anatomy of Melancholy by Merton. That's all they care about is that big brick Anatomy of Melancholy, which I haven't read. They like it for two reasons. Because nowhere in all of its 2,000 words is any woman mentioned, and also because they imagine that a book like that fits perfectly in the hand to kill a woman with. but New York Review of Books is they send me things from time to time, and one of their upcoming things is another volume of Balzac. They do a lot of, their editorial team knows exactly what they want to do. It doesn't always coincide with me, but that's actually a very fruitful thing. It would be, on one level, of course, on a childish level, it would be more satisfying for me if the editorial board there liked all the things that I like. But as it is, it's better for me that they don't. And I got an email from a publicist saying, do you want a copy of this latest Balzac thing? I don't actually remember what it was, and I don't have the email in front of me. But I said sure. And if you want to send a care package with all your other Balzac, I will gladly accept it, because maybe it's time. Maybe it's time that I read a lot of Balzac. I haven't done that in a long, long time. But anyway, he did it. So that's what we have here. We have The Unknown Masterpiece, translated by Richard Howard. We have The Human Comedy, which is selected stories. I assume this is translated by Richard Howard as well. No, Linda Asher, Carol Cosman, and Jordan Stump. Nice big thick thing of Balzac stories. We have The Lily in the Valley. So these attractive NYRB books. This is translated by Jeffrey O'Brien. And finally, The Memoirs of Two Young Wives, translated by Jordan Stump. Or maybe both. No, translated by Jordan Stump. So we've got Jordan Stump twice here. And I could swear there was another one. Maybe the new one. This was probably sent from the warehouse. I think the new one is not any of these. So it might be coming out a separate cover. So that's great. I've got a bunch of Balzac that gives me maybe the kick in the pants to make a project out of that this summer. I could think of worse ways. I'm a big fan. The only problem is, well, it's a familiar problem on this channel, and it has nothing to do with the NYRB Classics. They're great. They do great work. They are actually one of the most prolific English language reprint houses in the world. Great introductions, great odd choices. It's always interesting to see what they'll do. If you want unpredictable, attentive mind type picks, maybe even like me, you want picks that discomfort a little your momentum, you should see, I don't know off the top of my head, but you should go to the website and see if you can subscribe to some sort of regular program of their classics. I bet they have such a thing, where you just get the latest classics, or maybe a selection of them. That'd be bookish money well spent. But the problem that I have with this is the same problem that I've been having for the last couple of years, and I noticed that it's getting worse. I don't quite know what to do about it, which is an increasing impatience with reading English language translations of works that I can read in the original. An increasing impatience with that. And it's so weird because it's such an reversal of my attitude towards English language translations for the last, the majority of my 28 years. I have viewed the whole adventure of English language translation as a fun kind of literary adventure on its own, regardless of the originals. I always thought the originals will take care of themselves. They're not going anywhere. I have them anyway. But the translations are a game on their own. They're a separate game on their own, which is an enormous amount of fun and enormously interesting. And I'd hate to think that I'm losing that interest. But, I mean, I'm very grateful to get these, and I don't think I've read... I think I might have had the Human Comedy volume. I don't think I've read any of the others in these... I'm assuming these are new translations. Well, let's just take a look and see. Memoirs of Two Young Wives. You are translated by Jordan Stump. When is the translation? 2018. That's fairly recent. A lot more recent than I would have read it. Or any version of it. But I look at these things, and of course I'm grateful. Especially if there's a later Balzac thing coming. I might be wrong about that. It might be one of these that I'm just not remembering. But one of my first reactions is... But I don't want to read your approximations. I no matter how good they are, no matter how artful they are, I want to read the original. And that's not good. That's not good for a critic. So I need to figure out what's going on there and maybe find an antidote for it. Especially since, I'm on the doorstep of June, and in June every year I reread Homer's Iliad. But when I've always said that for the last 30 years, 40 years, I've meant I read a new English translation, a different English translation. I have never meant in any of those times that I'm actually reading Homer. And yet this year, that's all I want to do. I don't want to... All the translations that I have, all the variations, all I think about is... Anyway, I didn't mean this mail haul to throw me into a tizzy. This is wonderful. So a lot of Balzac, and I have some Penguin Classic Balzac as well. I don't think I have Penguin Classics of any of these. I'm not actually sure that Penguin makes any of these. But in addition to all that, it's been way too long since I read even Balzac's acknowledged masterpieces. Old Man Goriot I haven't read in, I don't even know, 25 years. I remember it vividly. It's a vivid book, but still, I could stand to read it again. Anyway, that is our mail. All Balzac, all the time. So I don't think any more mail is coming today. I'm really not looking forward to venturing outside anyway. But I'll wrap this up. That was a lot of fun, and I will see you soon. Thank you, BookTube.